In recent days, K-pop fans have been shocked by the circulation of news between Ador and HYBE, where Ador's CEO Min Hee Jin revealed several objections to HYBE. There are various kinds of complaints that she wants to convey to the public. On April 25, 2024, Ador's CEO Min Hee Jin held a press conference regarding the ongoing feud with HYBE. At the beginning, Min Hee Jin talked about how unexpected everything has been for her in the past few days.
I've been swept up in various issues, and it just happened to overlap with the upcoming release of NewJeans' new album. Initially, I wanted to make a statement after NewJeans' album was sorted out to some extent, and for me, all this was so sudden, and I didn't expect things like an audit. All this started suddenly on Monday and came this far. I feel like I've received more PR from HYBE than they've done for other artists. It made me think, they were capable of doing this much PR.
After that, she began to express complaints and various clarifications at the press conference. In that press conference, she touched on the issue of girlfriend's disbandment. Over the past few days, many fans had accused her of causing Source Music and girlfriend's downfall.
There was a problem with the process of picking trainees to begin with. I don't know why everyone has been blaming me for their disbandment. I have nothing to do with it. I'm someone who is only concerned about my own job. Anyway, out of the trainees that Source Music already had, there wasn't much I could choose from. There was only Min Hee. I'm sorry to say this, but I couldn't make a selection because they were either too old or they needed to polish their skills more, or they didn't really suit me. Anyway, so I thought that Min Hee had potential because she was young then and would get much better with practice. And Min Hee was really pretty when she was young, way prettier than now. So I thought I would be able to do something, create a group with her. Anyway, so I had to do casting again. I'm sorry to the group, but the label's branding was so bad, so people wouldn't apply to audition because of G-Friend. And this was before HYBE was created as a multi-label. The first thing we used to brand the project was Min Hee Jin's girl group. People would be curious because I came from SM Entertainment and I was collaborating with them.
Min Hee Jin had once worked with Source Music to create a new girl group, but she later took the trainees that would later be NewJeans with her when she established Ador. Many fans claimed that she stole Source Music's debut group for Ador. Min Hee Jin claimed that at the time she entered the company, the only trainee she saw potential in was Min Hee. She went on to gush about how pretty and talented Min Hee was at a young age.
그리고 민지가 어렸을 때 엄청 예뻤어요. 이거 지금보다 훨씬 더 예뻤고 그랬기 때문에 그냥.
The rest of the trainees were too old or needed more polishing before debut. She then opened her own auditions to search for the rest of the members that could join Min Hee in debut. Fans claimed that she left the training costs for Source Music to handle and took their debut group with her, as long as some staff, resulting in the company failing to secure a renewal with G-Friend for their contracts. It was later clarified that she did pay back at least a portion of the costs to Source Music. During the press conference, she stated that she did not play a part in their disbandment. She claimed that Source Music's branding was poor, and the cream of the crop would not be attracted to join even with G-Friend in the label. Min Hee Jin had once worked with Source Music to create a new girl group, but she later took the trainees that would later be NewJeans with her when she established Ador. She debunked claims that she stole Source Music's debut group, causing their downfall. At that time, the press used her to advertise the project, calling it Min Hee Jin's girl group. She used that as leverage to convince more trainees to audition. Only Min Hee had been a trainee before Min Hee Jin joined the company. Later, she realized that people would not be attracted to Source Music as a label, and put her own name on the line to advertise for auditions. After she promoted auditions as Min Hee Jin's new girl group, that was when she began seeing a surge in talented audition hopefuls. That was how she picked up Hanni, Danielle, Harin, and Hyein. She also explained how she ended up establishing Ador. It was as Bang Si-hyuk did not agree with her direction for NewJeans. At that point in time, The group already had the songs Attention and Hype Boy. This was right when COVID-19 broke out, and Bang Si-hyuk was allegedly at a loss for what to do. She shared her proposal for her concept for NewJeans, but Bang Si-hyuk did not agree with it. NewJeans was a very important group for HYBE, as they were meant to be the first girl group that HYBE would launch after creating their multi-label system. She felt betrayed as many of the members and trainees joined the company because they were promised to be HYBE's first girl group. She also claimed that they were worried about NewJeans' debut, due to LE SSERAFIM's Sakura and Chaewon joining the company. At this point, Min Hee Jin claimed that she was so baffled that she wanted to quit the company. She also claimed that even though she oversaw the songs, production, and anything for NewJeans, HYBE stopped both her and the NewJeans girls from leaving Source Music at first. She questioned how HYBE would be able to handle the debut of two girl groups at once, and tried to convince Bang Si-hyuk to let her create Ador so that she could hurry up and debut NewJeans. If NewJeans stayed in Source Music, their debut would be delayed severely as they would only be able to debut after LE SSERAFIM became stable. She claimed that Bang Si-hyuk also said that they would never give her the girls and that they were to stay in the company. Later on, after a long period of back and forth, she finally managed to establish Ador. Source Music sold her the trainee contracts for NewJeans. Ador paid for the contracts using money that HYBE invested in Ador. Min Hee Jin has responded to reports that she accused HYBE's founder, Bang Si-hyuk, of copying her for BTS. During the press conference, Min Hee Jin directly addressed these comments. She explained that her goal is to work clean and not use any tricks or methods when it comes to her job.
My goal while working is to be clean and not look for other tricks or methods. I always think of how far I can succeed by doing my job well. As someone who takes on challenges because of curiosity, I find distractions uncomfortable. So, it didn't make sense to me that there were allegations about usurping management rights. Everyone who knows me knows that I have stocks and have received things. The things revealed by HYBE are only to their advantage. To me, they are all false. Why are they calculating things like this? It makes no sense. There are too many things like this. I have never said that BTS copied me.
She then directly spoke about the claims she said that HYBE copied her with BTS. In her statement, she says HYBE has done everything to her advantage, but the things revealed are false. In particular, she specified the comments about BTS were not true.
Rather, I want to ask HYBE, how can they go so far as to do this? I want to ask, why are they working so hard to make me into a strange person?
When speaking on HYBE, she turned it into a question for the company, wondering why they were trying to make her into a strange person with their remarks. Netizens were angered by the statement, so Min Hee Jin's claims that they were false are extremely significant. When the feud first came into the public eye, Min Hee Jin gained criticism after claiming that some of her grievances came from ILLIT copying NewJeans when they debuted.
ILLIT isn't the problem here. It's the adults who made them copy. They didn't talk about this properly and just made me someone who said something strange. It's a breach of trust for just overlooking it and ignoring it. They say they are a multi-label system, but they don't let me have an independent voice.
During the press conference, while the members were brought into the drama, Min Hee Jin explained that ILLIT wasn't the problem but blamed the adults around who made them a copy. She added that the statement made her look like someone who said something strange. She didn't refute claims about the copy and continued to speak about the imitation of NewJeans and the damage it causes.
If someone succeeds by imitating someone else, those who don't have the same thing are let down. Then everyone becomes NewJeans. It's bad for us and the industry. It has a negative influence on the industry. It causes damage to shareholders, so how can we ignore it?
The previous comments came as Min Hee Jin allegedly stated, HYBE's chairman, Bang Si-hyuk, produced ILLIT's debut album. ILLIT's copy of NewJeans was not done by Belift Lab but by HYBE. Ironically, the achievements made by Ador and NewJeans were most undermined by HYBE. The press conference was broadcast live on various platforms, including major terrestrial broadcasters KBS, SBS, and MBC, as well as several YouTube channels, attracting thousands of live viewers. During the press conference, Min Hee Jin made multiple claims against HYBE and its founder, Bang Si-hyuk, trying to highlight how her label and NewJeans were mistreated. Immediately after the conference, HYBE issued a response saying these accusations were not even worth responding to.
Today, there were so many untrue claims made by CEO Min Hee Jin during the press conference that it's difficult to list them all one by one. CEO Min misrepresented the issues by mixing up perspectives and presented distorted facts with her characteristic skewed interpretation. We have decided not to address each claim individually as we have deemed them not worth responding to, although we could refute them with evidence. Regarding essential facts that must be clearly disclosed from a managerial perspective during media inquiries, we will sincerely provide our responses. We kindly request that CEO Min stop spreading falsehoods such as there was no proposal for dialogue or there was no response to emails, and instead promptly return the requested information assets and cooperate with the audit.
However, HYBE made it clear that all the essential facts would be disclosed to the media soon and asked Min Hee Jin to cooperate with the internal audit, which she has been resisting so far. HYBE urged Min Hee Jin to stop involving NewJeans in her statements to avoid damaging their reputation. Meanwhile, HYBE has also shared a response with NewJeans fans assuring that their schedules will move on as planned and they will ensure all measures are taken to protect the artist's rights.